All right, welcome to UnPack Pittsburgh podcast. I have a very special guest, Mia, the owner of 4th and Oak Boutique. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Bryan.
Yeah, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
So I'm Mia. I'm the owner of 4th and Oak Women's and Children's Boutique. It's a 100% online boutique based out of Irwin, Pennsylvania. So we mail everything right out of Irwin, women's and children's clothing, newborn to about ages 5, 6, 7 years old with the sizing. And yeah, it's really fun.
Nice. And you've been doing it for about how long?
I've been doing it for about 2 years now.
Okay, fantastic. So originally the plan was we were going to film at Century 3 Mall, which is located here in the South Hills, which was recently condemned. And then weather did not cooperate. It's pretty warm out there, so we moved inside the Stonewater offices. So thank you, Stonewater. So thanks for adjusting and coming all this way. So let's start with the how, like the origin story. How did you get into this?
Yeah, so when I started 4th and Oak, I decided to start doing custom onesies for children just for a baby shower. So I was invited to a baby shower, and my mom said to me, you should just make a onesie. You have that vinyl machine laying around. You should just make a onesie. So I said, okay, I'll make a onesie. So I made it. It turned out half decent. And I was like, you know what? I could really do something with this. So I started doing custom onesies for about 6-8 months. And then I really decided to dive into the wholesale realm and really start doing bigger items, bamboo pajamas, matching items with different age kids, vinyl pressed sublimation, beach towels, baby blankets, those types of things. So here we are 3 years later from origin, 2 years later from starting 4th and Oak, and this is what we have.
Very cool. How do you pick, like, I don't know if it's called a catalog. I'm not really in the fashion space, but like, how do you pick what items that you do sell?
Yeah. So sometimes it's tough because I try to be like really on brand, but I also try to like be trendy. And what do the people?
What's your catchphrase?
Trendy and affordable. I normally go with, because I like things to be in current items. I want them to be like, oh, that's so cute for right now, but I want them to be really affordable and not like typical boutique pricing. So I feel that all of our items are very trendy and affordable.
Okay.
So the way that I pick them is I have a lot of like local wholesalers. I have a lot of across the state wholesalers, and I go onto their websites, or we'll do like trade shows and we'll pick items that way.
Okay, cool. And I think you mentioned you do pop-ups before we hit record. So
yes.
So how do you pick those? How often do you do those?
Yeah, so I do a lot of pop-ups at like local wineries, local vineyards, different things like that. Markets are really hot right now. So we do some of those, and a lot of them reach out to me. I reach out to some of them. Hey, are you still accepting vendors? That sort of thing. Or I'll get messages, hey, you're a children's boutique. There's not a ton of children's boutiques. Would you mind coming out? And it's always like a win-win for everybody. And I really enjoy doing those.
Yeah, it's cool. We've hosted a few. Like I mentioned, one of our guests, the turned co-host, Michelle, she owns the Beauty Boost. Mm-hmm. We've hosted a few of her events. And there's been certain vendors. And it is cool because it's local.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I believe you actually, when you pick the clothes, a lot of them are actual local vendors as well, I think you said.
Yeah. I try to do really, I try to support small businesses in return of people supporting me as a small business. So, I have like a girl that makes bracelets in Greensburg. I have a girl that does the custom beach towels from Louisiana. So I try to like really keep it close and return the favor by shopping small.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's what, UnPack Pittsburgh is about. We try to unpack the people, places, and products that make Pittsburgh so amazing. Awesome. And it's like, it's the people behind the scenes, the people that don't have the big budget to be on Channel 4 News and, be in all the magazines and things like that. So with that being said, I assume holidays are probably your busiest times.
They definitely are.
So if there's someone watching this that, hasn't heard of your brand yet, what do you want them to know about you, your clothing line, how to buy it, how to purchase it, where they can go to get more information?
Okay, so we are 100% online. We do some pop-up events. Our website is www.4thandoak.co. It's not .com, it's .co. We also have a presence with the same tag on Facebook and Instagram, 4th and Oak Co. And you can shop from those platforms. They can take you to the website. The local markets, our name will be on those along with our logo. And you can even just like reach out to me as well, and I can forward the link. Some people do that can't remember the name or something like that. Yeah.
And it's nice when you're a small business they get to know you, right? Like your brand is obviously going to keep getting bigger and bigger, but like it's kind of funny with this type of industry. It's like you kind of are the brand. Like you get to pick the clothes, you get to know your clientele, you get to learn what they like, so you can get more options in that same category.
And that was one of the reasons that I started Fourth and Oak. I really wanted to bring, in addition to trendy and affordable, I really wanted to bring options that were quick and easy that you can't find at Target or Walmart. So I'm based in Irwin. I do have a local pickup option on my website at my house that you can like come grab everything. But with that being said, hey, I have a baby shower tomorrow and I totally forgot to buy a gift and I really don't want to go to Target. What does Mia have that's super cute, that is boutique-ish, that doesn't take 3 weeks to get here because it's custom? So that sort of thing.
And it's cool because before we were, we're kind of talking before we hit record, like you actually have the inventory.
Right.
I do know some boutiques, and not that there's anything wrong with this, but it is just different, is it's like made to order, right? So it's like it takes time.
Yeah.
But like this, you actually have the inventory, you create it, so that's pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. Everything on our website I do have on hand, unless it would happen to say pre-order or custom. And then in the description, it would give a time frame if it is a custom piece, but everything else is on hand. And I get messages a ton. Hey, Mia, I have this literally today. Any way you can pack this up for me? And normally it's no problem. Like if I'm home, I always say I'll do it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then, so like you've been doing this for 2 years. I know, with social media, everyone just wants to, be a content creator and start selling some stuff and kind of, turn a quick buck. Obviously, that's not what you're doing. You're building a brand and you're providing a great service. What could you tell some people out there who kind of have an idea that they may want to get into this kind of industry, or maybe not even selling clothes, maybe it's selling something else, but like what are some of the things that you might have learned in the 2 years of starting a brand and a business?
Yeah, one of the things I would say was don't knock it till you try it. If you have an idea of something, and even with any business, I'm sure oh, I don't know, will the people like that? Just put it out there. Okay. They'll either buy it or they won't. Sometimes it's very successful, sometimes it's very not successful, but from that point, I'm going to do this again or I'm not going to do this again. Yeah. So that was something with me with
don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah, don't be afraid to fail. Like a personal experience with that was when I first started, everybody was like, you need to do bamboo pajamas. You need to do bamboo pajamas. And I was like, what are bamboo pajamas? Like, what the heck? So I did some research, and they're a great product, but they just naturally are a higher priced item. So what
are bamboo?
So it's like literally made out of bamboo. So the material of the pajamas are bamboo, and they're like buttery soft. They are amazing. Like
I think can mattresses be bamboo?
I think so. Yeah.
I think my memory foam says bamboo.
Probably. I mean, there's like adult clothing too. No,
sure.
there's like your shirt could be bamboo. Like it could be like a buttery soft material. Okay. So I got into the bamboo pajamas, and I thought to myself, like, these are upwards of $40. Like, do moms of new babies want to spend this? But they do. They love it for especially holidays. Like, I cannot keep the holiday, Halloween, and Christmas bamboo on the shelves. It is so popular.
Okay. Very cool.
So that's one of the examples of just like, you might be surprised if you just go for it.
Yeah, it's amazing how like being in tech for so many years before this, it's like you have to fail. It's like, it sounds terrible to say that, but like you learn way more from losing and failing than you do winning. Yeah, right. Like
so true.
You can recalibrate, and like in certain small businesses, that mindset just doesn't exist. Like they're almost afraid. And I get it with money and capital, and there's only so much runway that you can have. You don't want to keep failing, but like it's inevitable. And if you learn from it, it can make or break a business, really.
Right. I even find myself doing that now. Like, oh, I could have sold so much more if I would have had more initially.
Sure.
But, just like you said, sometimes you don't have the capital to do that right up front. So you can only buy so much to sell so much. But at the end of the day, you're kicking yourself. I could have sold double if I had double. But sometimes that's just the risk you take.
Is there anything that you want to in the future start selling that you haven't had the opportunity yet? And I don't mean just like a design. I mean, like, is there anything like, do you want to break out into something else?
I would like to get more into the women's realm. Sometimes even like we were talking about the Mommy and Me, it's just tough because carrying women's items is a lot more complex in my opinion than children's, because women's items, they're more strict on the way they would fit versus like a kid's item. Women are more picky about, oh, this doesn't fit me right, versus a kid, like it'll be fine. So you have to carry
like a tight, like that, like,
I feel like me, I'm like, oh, I don't like the way this lays on my shoulder, I'm gonna send it back and switch out the size. Like it's just more from a business standpoint, it's more work to do
and
the women's
inventory, which is more cost.
It's more cost, it's more items, you have to extra small through 2XL. It's just a bigger product. You have to have more of each item. So it's just more. And not only that, I think I'm already known for like my children's niche, and there's not a lot of children's boutiques who have what I have. So
that's great.
Part of me wants to grow in doing different items, but part of me is like, I love that I'm children's and people know me for
like
that.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just asking if there was something.
Yeah. I would love to expand into like more of the bamboo year round, not just holiday. But again, it's expensive, so it's hard to keep that overhead.
Yeah, for sure. Is there any sort of collaboration, might not be the right word, but is there any partnerships out there? Obviously, businesses that could host you for pop-ups would be one. But is there anything out there for someone who might be watching this that could help you kind of break some barriers down or anything like that?
I mean, Fourth and Oak as a whole is always looking to do more events, personal events. I've gone to people's houses and done like little pop-up events for sort of like a makeshift market, but just like, hey, my friend Mia does this, my friend does this. Everybody can come together. We're not going to charge an admission fee. Just come and shop and have fun and drink some wine. So we've done that before. So like we are always looking to meet new people that way. It's so fun. Like one of my favorite parts about Fourth and Oak, not even just like the business, is meeting so many new people and so many connections that I would have never ever made if it weren't for being at the Vineyard for a pop-up on this Sunday, or you know, doing a photo shoot for the website and meeting the photographer whose daughter has shopped on my store for 2 years and I had no idea. Like just different things like that. Cool. Yeah.
How'd you come up with the name? What's behind the name?
Yeah, so the name I feel like is like a little bit cheesy, but I met my fiance at Fourth and Oak, which are 2 streets in downtown Irwin, like 5 years ago. Okay. So upon deciding to start the children's boutique, my mom and I were talking, and she's like, hey, after like throwing around like 10 names that nobody was into, and I was like, dang it, we just like can't get it right. I didn't want it to be like super like children-ish. Like I wanted it to be like a very modern name, clean name, you could do anything with it. So she's like, hey, where did you meet Michael? And I said, well, I met him at the Gig on Main in downtown Irwin. And she said, go on your Google Maps and see which streets those were. And I zoomed in. Mom was on it. It was 100% her. I have to give her all the credit. Nice. And it was at Fourth and Oak. And I was like, Fourth and Oak, Oak and Fourth. I think I like Fourth and Oak.
Fourth and Oak I don't think that's cheesy at all. And actually, I was going to say that at the very end, but like, congratulations. I know you just got engaged.
We did. Thank you.
Congratulations. I saw a picture popped up on social media. So you guys were at the beach, it looked like?
I was at the beach with my family. Okay. And
no ideas coming? I had an idea was coming, be honest.
I mean, like in general, an idea, but
not then though.
No, because he wasn't on vacation with us. Oh, like he was not there.
Oh, he just showed up.
So like we were going down to the beach to get family photos. We were all in white dresses.
So everybody else knew but you.
Everybody knew but me. So we walked down to the beach. I turned the corner. I saw the setup and just like lost it.
Nice. Yeah. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That wasn't that long ago, right?
It was last Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, so just over a week.
Congratulations. His name's Michael, right?
His name's Michael.
Congratulations, Michael. Well done. That's a cool surprise. What beach was it?
Panama City Beach, Florida.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Good for
you. Thank you.
And then you have another kind of big thing happening come December.
Yes.
Right? You're kind of going all in with Fourth and Oak.
I am. Yeah. So I am quitting my day job in December. I'll be done working and I'll be doing Fourth and Oak full time, which is exciting.
Yeah. I bet you have a lot of ideas of where you can spend that added time.
I do. Right? Yeah. It's very tough right now. Like I'm working my day job in the day, which I love. It's awesome. But it's just not long term like my dream. Like this is my dream. So if I'm making it work, I think instead of working, 9 to 5 and then staying up till 1 a.m. doing orders, like it'll be really nice to just have more of a structure with my day, doing the things that I love.
And that should give you more free time to get out there in the community, meet new people. I always tell people you're always one conversation away from changing your life, and it's a numbers game.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Trying to find a partner, or not even a partner, but like someone who could open up doors to that, could open the floodgates for a brand like yours.
Yeah, you're so right.
So do you do, as far as designs, I'm just quick one. How come you never did men? You just felt like the women and kids is more your niche?
I feel like, I don't know, like men, I don't think, in my opinion, it's as like custom. Like, I don't know. I make a lot of like women's Valentine's Day t-shirts. I personally don't think a man would like buy a custom Valentine's Day t-shirt. Yeah. I mean, they might. I might be
maybe
missing
not
out
as
on
many
that.
as you need to hit your numbers to justify it.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your niche. I was just curious.
Yeah.
Like maybe this isn't my But see, like, you're right. I'm a bad shopper.
No.
Like, I wouldn't probably buy it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but then again, I am the guy who gets targeted on ads. And I'm like, I like that. And it's like 2 clicks. And next thing I knew, I got a shirt that's 3 sizes too small or something big. I'm like, this was a terrible purchase.
No.
But so as far as the designs go, is it like, do you have some connection to Pittsburgh? Do you ever do? Because obviously our brand is UnPack Pittsburgh. Do you ever like highlight anything Pittsburgh wise, or is it mostly like, what is it? Yeah, kind of tell me about your designs and your brand. And
Yeah, so I try to keep, like I was saying, like all of my brands from, not all. I try to do like most of them from like local Pittsburgh. I like getting a lot of ideas from just like the city of Pittsburgh. I've done a couple like PGH type.
yeah, that's what I was getting.
Yeah, like I've done a couple like branded Pittsburgh items that I actually hand designed and sold them. So different things like that. But it is fun to connect like your area of origin to your products.
For sure. And I was thinking, like, I have some business partners and, you know, some friends out in California. And, like, traditionally when they have a kid or something like that, it would be sending them some Steelers or Penguins or Pirates.
Right.
Not Pirates, but Steelers and Penguins. Sorry, they trade everybody that's good. I'm not talking to the Pirates right now. But the... But like that would be a cool opportunity for someone in the area locally could buy a PGH Pittsburgh, something with your brand, Fourth and Oak, and send it as a gift.
Right. Sometimes that's tricky just because like licensing, like I can't sell something that has the Steelers on it. But
no, I just meant Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I mean, our logo is the skyline. I mean, most people, I mean, that's kind
awesome.
of what you could do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I love that idea. And I'm always open to like new ideas. Like I love when people are like, you should do this. I don't want to offend you. I'm like, trust me, I'm not offended. I love when people send me ideas. Just yesterday, this girl sent me a shirt that said, "In my big sister era." And it's so cute for like a little girl. And I was like, I would have never thought about that, but like, I'm totally going to make that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I could see how like the catchphrases and like you always see those shirts, thing one, thing two, or like, you know, I could see how you're always trying to keep up. Right. Like there's that line where it's cool, and then there's the line where it's past its prime, probably. Right.
Yeah.
So I could see how you're trying to keep that trendy and affordable, and then I could see how you're trying to create your own designs. Mm-hmm. Do you have goals of like creating like do you consider yourself a designer? Or do you consider like where do you fit in that?
I don't know. I feel like I do consider myself a designer a little bit because I do hand make a lot of the onesies, and at the holidays, like all of the women's sweatshirts and t-shirts, I hand make all those. Like those are the designs that I come up with and execute.
Do you do ugly sweaters? I feel like that would blow that would like change your P&L.
I do not do ugly sweaters.
I'm just saying, like we might have to do an UnPack Pittsburgh collaboration. Ugly sweaters.
I normally go to the local thrift store for ugly sweaters, and I feel like there's a lot of ugly sweaters there.
Really? See, I don't know. Like I bought a very expensive one offline, and it was okay.
Yeah, no, I think you could go down the road at like Goodwill and go on for like $12. Yeah, for sure.
So good, like thrifting has come up. Let's touch on this because you're in fashion. Yeah. So there's been a few times on the pod where people have brought up sustainability and shopping, like at thrift stores and things like that. I have joked a couple times where we're going to get a few people together. Everybody has a budget, like small. Yeah. And we do like some sort of contest to see who pulls the best outfit together. So maybe you can either participate or judge.
Yeah, there we go.
But that would be kind of fun. But like, do you find yourself thrifting and things like that? Like, I feel like it's coming back a little bit.
It is definitely coming back. I don't know. I don't think I would consider myself a thrifter. I think normally it's like more of like a vintage sort of style.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not really my style. Yeah. I think it's cool. My sisters have gone thrifting. I don't know. It's just not me.
It takes, and I'll be honest, like I get the sustainability part.
Yeah.
Like, so what I'm saying is not right, but it does take a lot of time.
It does.
You know what I mean? Like you can't walk in and say, hey, you know, where's this size, you know, in this type of pants, shorts, whatever shirt. I don't have the patience.
Yeah, you definitely have to take what you can get.
Yeah, so like I'll walk around like I can't freaking find anything. Yeah. Like I'm out. You know what I mean? Like I should be more patient. I should work on that, but that's why I don't thrift. That's my excuse.
No, I totally get that. Like it's definitely a tedious task. You can't go in with like a vision, I feel like.
Yeah. Like well, there you go. That's
you know what I mean? Like I feel like the clothes have to talk to you.
Oh, wow. The clothes whisper.
We're getting deep here.
Yeah. That's why I've been doing this the whole wrong. I haven't been listening. What stores, and like don't say like you don't have to say brands because we should keep it on your brand, but like do you find inspiration from other brands? Like are there designers out there? Like where do you pull the inspiration from?
Like I said, sometimes when people like reach out to me and give me ideas, like in my big sister era.
So your clients.
Yeah, but like I'll totally do one for the big brother too.
Okay.
Like I think that's such a cute duo that like two older siblings could wear for like when a baby's on the way. I do get some inspiration from just people like that, like local. Sometimes even just like a quick Google search of like, you know, like big sister outfit cute 2023, and like just get some ideas from that. As far as like the women's holiday gear goes, I try not to repeat items that I did like last year. So like last year I have one in mind.
You don't just change the graphic to 2023.
Yeah, no, I don't put like years on anything. I feel like it's cute, but that's like very Old Navy. Like that's not the vibe.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean. Like
kind of pictured.
Yeah, that's like not the vibe I go
that.
for. But like we had one last year that was it had like 4 different colored trees, and it was so cute and so popular. Yeah. But like I definitely won't do that again this year because I think people want new things.
It would be cool, and I don't know, like I've said this now 6 times probably, like I don't know much about this space, and I don't know how the licensing work or the partnerships work, but like, I mean, eventually UnPack Pittsburgh is going to have to start doing merch. I mean, because we're financing all this personally right now, so like there needs to be some money to keep sustainability possible. But like I always wanted to like find collaborations with like things that meant something to me that in the local area. So for instance, we're in the South Hills right now. Trax Farm was big. Yeah. Obviously Permane Brothers. You know, like what are some of the big staples? Some people might say Mingo Creek. Some people might say like another park. I just always thought it would be really cool to find businesses. Not that like the Steelers, I get it. They're a conglomerate and they want to keep all their money, you know, but like there's got to be other businesses out there that from boutique standpoint, maybe it fits in your brand, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's other people who are watching this, like trying to figure out what's my niche. I just always thought it'd be better for brands to work more with local businesses. Yeah. But I don't know, maybe it's an uphill climb. I don't know.
I know what you mean. And actually, now that you say that, there is another local children's boutique that we're currently doing a collaboration.
Oh, fantastic.
And the owner of that boutique was the one who initiated it. And she reached out to me and she said, I thought it would be so cool to do a collaboration with 2 children's boutiques that don't despise each other. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we totally sell different products.
I mean, you're not fighting against people who shop at boutiques. You're fighting against people who don't shop at boutiques. Right. So the more you can convince the community to shop at boutiques, the better boutiques will have, more shoppers they'll have. Yeah. So we're currently in the works of like doing like a custom thing that we're each going to sell. Nice. And it would be something for the both of us, which is really neat because like I said, it's sort of the same business, but we do very different things. So it's cool that we can collab in that way. Cool. So I know you have a pop-up coming up. It will probably have passed by the time it gets this gets posted. I'm not sure. So what month are we in? We're in pretty much August right now. So you have August, September, October. So October is your next big one, right? Halloween. Correct. I assume just not pop-up, like next big holiday launch. Yeah. And then do you do Thanksgiving and Christmas right there, or do you skip Thanksgiving? More Thanksgiving. I do Thanksgiving, not like bamboo pajamas, but like we'll do like some cute little tees for the kids. Yeah, stuff like that, you know. So we'll definitely do that, but we are launching Halloween bamboo August 12th. Oh, wow. So that'll be out really soon. So there's the breaking news. Okay. So this will be out. This should be out first week of August. Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. So we need to make sure. You said August 12th? I believe it's the 12th. Okay. So we'll say second week of August. Yeah. Where do people, remind people where they would go? Yeah. So you can go to www.fourthandoak.co and then it'll be on the homepage. You can filter by kid sizes, all that stuff, holidays, different things like that, and then everything will be on there. So those will be pre-order. So they'll be on the way, but we'd like to be able to secure your size before they come in because like they will sell out. Yeah. So it'll say on there the date that they'll be at your door. Yeah, pre-order is great too because you're only going to order so many. Right. If the pre-order is going to be higher than that, more people can get these great clothes. Right. So that's cool. Yeah. So it's a really cool thing. And in addition to what you said about the printing, like the merch for the salon, we also do I have a printing company as well through Fourth and Oak. So like we'll do merch for companies. So, hey, we need all these sweatshirts for the salon. I'll put your logo on. And you're referring to Stonewater Salon Spa. I am. Stonewater Salon Spa. I said UnPack Pittsburgh, but Stonewater Salon Spa, we've always wanted to do merch there as well. Yes. That would be sweet to do. When we met for coffee with your sister Sela, who was a guest on here, She was supposed to be the co-host, but she's getting ready for vacation, I guess.
We're not
but
important.
We're good. But like walk me through something like that. And I'm actually going to check the camera real fast, but the walk, and you can use Stonewater as a perfect example, right? So right now we do very limited stuff. Mostly it's like stuff we buy and give to staff. But like, how would a relationship work with a business like Stonewater, and a business like yours collaborating?
Yeah. So it could go one of two ways. It could go that you tell me exactly what you want. Hey, Mia, we want this many sweatshirts, this many t-shirts, this many tank tops. Here's our logo. Give me pricing. Or it could go, hey, Mia, we just want to get some stuff as an as needed basis. You know, send me your catalog. As I need stuff, I'm just going to shoot you a text. Let me know when it's ready. So we could do that. So I have some companies order boxes of large quantities of stuff, and some that say, hey, I want to start with this, this, and this. That's what's nice. Like, because I run the business and I don't have like a lot of employees, I don't really do minimums. So as of right now, I mean, that might change in the future as we get bigger, but as of right now, like, I'll print you one shirt. I'll print you 50 shirts.
I Stonewater shirt. Thank you. We were supposed to be at Century 3 Mall. I thought it was going to be, it's a bit warm in here now. We turn the AC off.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So there's not minimums like that, but the more you buy, the lower the price goes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So if the business owner is watching this and they wanted to kind of dabble in that or start inquiring about that, they could either go to the website. I assume there's a contact form there, or should they go to Instagram, DM you? How would you like them?
Either way, I'll get them any of the ways. My email address is mia@fourthandoak.co. So you can email there.
Spelled out FOURTH.
It is.
Not the number.
Correct. FOURTHANDOAK.co.
Gotcha. Okay. That could be 4 and an ampersand.
Yes.
Got to be clear.
And a lot of people are like, Mia, your email's bouncing back. What's going on? Did you lie and tell me the wrong email address? And I automatically know they put .com, not .co.
Yeah, the .co. Yeah. I like DMs, but then for UnPack Pittsburgh, it's interesting. I like emails for Stonewater because it's much more controllable. For UnPack Pittsburgh, I originally preferred DMs because then you see the business and you can click on them, see what area they're in. But now that our waiting list, like I was telling you, is up to almost 80.
Wow.
It's like, it's
hard.
I don't know where I want them. I would prefer email, I guess, because I can keep them unread till I'm ready. But the DMs, they just keep.
I know. My thing is like I lose the DMs. Like if I get a DM and I'm like, oh, I'm at dinner, I can't like look at my phone right now, and then I get 10 more that I do answer. It gets pushed down 3 pages, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to answer.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have for sure. I'm not complaining, but I haven't figured out the management side of it.
No, I know.
And the scheduling has been a freaking nightmare. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like I prefer email as a whole just because of like what you said. I can sit down when I'm going to work and be like, okay, what are we looking at here? And then I don't want to
give out my personal cell phone, but I feel like text message because then I just don't open it. You know what I mean? And then I just wait. And then like when I have a minute, whether I'm at the gym or like whatever, I'm just like, let me catch up on these, you know? So
it's tough. It's tough being a business owner in that aspect. Like you're constantly on, which is great, but it's hard.
Yeah. I think it's important to know because a lot of people who are going to watch this are entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes it sounds easy. And I think some of the younger generation, this is the old guy talking in the room, that people think it's going to be easier. And the second they get hit with adversity, like a problem, they're like, uh-oh. No, like it's not working. No, it is. It's just like that's expected.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Like as I'm sure you know, the highs and lows of owning a business. At the beginning, it's great. You don't have to work. You don't have a boss. You can do whatever you want whenever you want. But then when you get down to the nitty gritty, the minute your eyes open, you have emails. The minute your eyes open, somebody's like, "Hey, can you rush that order?" Late nights, things don't go as expected. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to have that order done yesterday. Life happened. Now she's mad at me. There's nobody to blame. There's nobody to blame. It's all you. And when you're at a job and something doesn't get done, we'll get to that tomorrow. But like when you own a business and you create your own item, there's not always tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of jobs and being in the salon space, like we have employees, and for the most part, like when they leave Stonewater, they're with their families, right, and most jobs are like that. You know what I mean? I know with the pandemic and working from home is kind of getting worse and worse to be that work-life balance thing, but like when you're an entrepreneur, you own a business, you don't ever get a checkout.
No.
You know what I mean? It could be Christmas morning and you forgot an email. You're, uh-oh.
Yeah. And that's the tough part, because right now, while I'm in, like, you could say the infant stages of my business, it's only been around 2-3 years. It's tough because I don't want to make people wait. Like, they have a question about a custom order. I want to get back to them, but it's time. So when you're sacrificing something. So by me looking at my phone on Christmas morning, answering an email, I'm missing out on the time that my family's right in front of me.
Yeah, it's a balance.
It's definitely a balance. So it's tough because sometimes you're like, I have nothing to do. I'll answer every email. And sometimes you're like, I could be doing something that's, you know, more important in the moment, but you have to juggle.
Or even worse, you do both half-assed. Like
yes.
I took my daughter to Picklesburg and I was trying to video content for a Picklesburg highlight.
Yeah.
And I was half-assing that, but then I was also half-assing the time with my daughter. So she was like, why are you on your phone? Which I hate being on my phone. I know. So I pissed my daughter off and I didn't get good content. So I was just like a complete loser that day.
No.
I was not winning at Picklesburg. But did you go to Picklesburg?
I did not. I went a couple years ago and it was fun, but
yeah, it was fun. But like once you do it, like,
same thing.
Yeah.
I heard they moved it this year.
They did. It was on the Bull over the Alizé, I believe. That's where we were. But
they outgrew the bridge.
And I'll be honest, I like pickles.
I do too.
But I got a pickle margarita.
Oh, yeah.
That had alcohol. My daughter, who's not 21, got a non-alcoholic mojito pickle.
Oh, yum.
And both of us liked it. And I would say both of us would say, she doesn't like pickles. I would say both of us didn't really think it wasn't like pickle flavor.
Yeah, it wasn't
so they
too
used
pickly.
the pickle to create a different flavor that was very delicious.
Yeah, I think I had the margarita a couple years ago. I'm a huge margarita fan in
Are
general.
you?
Yes.
Okay, well, before we wrap, I know we're like already over our allotted time here, but where some restaurants, right? Because we've been doing a lot of restaurants.
Yeah.
You're out in Irwin.
Yes.
So I'm in the South Hills. We do a lot of content in like the Shady Side, Lawrenceville, Pittsburgh area, downtown. Like, what are some restaurants that you guys end up going to?
For margaritas or just anything?
Anywhere. I mean, margaritas, start with margaritas. That's fine.
We'll start with margaritas. It is a chain, but like my family and I love Plaza Azteca.
Okay.
I don't know if there's one out here. They just put one in White Oak. It is so good. Like, it is amazing.
I know where White Oak is.
Yeah, there's one in White Oak. It's awesome.
I grew up here. You would think I'd never been to Pittsburgh.
Well,
I forget like where
been
half
there
these
forever.
towns are.
It's only been there like maybe 2 years, I would say.
Okay.
Plaza Azteca is really good, but we also like to come to the city. Like, we like to go to Urban Tap in
That's one of the ones.
Shady Side. We like it there. Alla Familia.
Okay.
Like 10 out of 10.
Wow.
We find ourselves
Where's
going there
that?
a lot.
Should you say?
It's in Pittsburgh's Allentown neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the best Italian food ever. Some people say it's like family style. I don't know. We normally eat everything. So.
Okay. Well, there you go. I mean, that's how damn good it is.
It's so good.
That's cool.
Like, it is awesome. And the people there are just so nice.
Have you tried Alchemy yet?
No.
It's right there in Market Square in the corner by Starbucks.
Oh.
We just did. That was actually the last pod that got released. But we did a happy hour. So we do this happy hour, which like I call it the people of Pittsburgh, where you just get to know the people behind the brands.
That's fun.
And then on Fridays evening, we do a happy hour. So we do at a bar or restaurant, and normally we're trying cocktails or something like that.
That's fun.
And we did Alchemy, and oh my gosh, that's where you guys should go.
We should
like
try that.
You and your fiance should definitely check out. It's
a
phenomenal date spot.
Okay.
The food is, I mean, there's a science behind it. Like they have a term I can't remember, but it's very scientific. So like one of the things that we tried, we did a taste test after the pod was over. It was caviar, chocolate, and chicken.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, the O should have been yuck,
Not
but
good.
it was delicious.
Oh, really?
No, like when you hear that to me, I would have said ooh.
Yeah.
The food though was legitimately phenomenal.
Really?
And then the salad had ice cream on top.
What?
It was still
oh my
very
God,
good.
I have to go.
This
sounds
like,
amazing.
It messes with your brain. Like it.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Right.
I had some kind of ravioli. There was quite a bit of dishes, but like they were fantastic. The drinks were great. They all like do I called it in the podcast like a speakeasy type drinks. Yeah. They're fantastic. They were really great. And Corey, the general manager, really took care of us. He's a great guy. So that, and then I'll give one other plug. Is the Ritual House.
I was just going to ask you that. I was going to say, have you been there?
If you haven't gone to the Ritual House, I think his title's the beverage manager. I hope I'm not saying it wrong, but he's a fantastic guy. Okay. But they got great drinks, like great food. We did a happy hour there. So we featured their happy hour. But do you know what a champagne is? Champagne? I'm probably already butchering it. So I didn't know either. And I drink a lot. and Elena's in college in WVU, one of the #1 party schools. So like, of the two people, you would have thought we would have heard this, but like, he was almost like he thought we were probably the dumbest people he's ever met.
No,
Like,
I
I
never
can't
heard
believe
of
you
it.
even heard of it. I'm glad we're not alone. But it was kind of like a flute almost, and it was maybe it was just prosecco. I don't actually know. But then you just do it like kind of like a horn. You shoot it. Yeah, so
I've
they
never
do
heard of that.
those. Like I assumed it was in the highlight that we posted, but maybe it wasn't. But it's definitely a fun place.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Another great
yeah.
date spot. Great place to meet people.
The steak we had there was like one of the best steaks I've ever had.
Okay,
it
did
was
you
awesome.
eat upstairs or what floor were you on?
We did. We
'Cause
ate
there's
upstairs.
3,
Like,
I think.
is there?
There's the main floor when you come in off the street, and then there's the bar
Oh,
floor.
yeah.
And then you can go upstairs to the dining.
We were upstairs on like the loft area, and it was so cool. We were like in these couches.
Yeah.
You know, it was really awesome.
The decor there is absolutely
It was awesome.
fantastic.
We had some espresso martinis. We had some margaritas.
Okay.
Steak. It was great. And you know what? One of the things I liked, just, trying to like watch carbs, they had a cauliflower mashed potato that came with the steak. It was so good.
I don't know why you did it in quotes. I like to watch my carbs.
Yeah.
I haven't had bread. Well,
Really?
my dad's birthday was the other day, and I cheated. But before that, it was like 3.5 weeks. I had one piece of bread.
Oh my God. I don't
And
know
like
if I
I've
could
gone
do
to
it.
places where like the fries come out like loaded fries, and I've been, torturing myself. But
know.
it's a balance.
It's a balance.
But I do try. But cauliflower, one of my favorite dishes in San Diego, one of the bars that I really like at their restaurants, they do like cauliflower instead of French fries, like loaded French fries. It's basically loaded cauliflower.
That's so cool.
And it is like has pork on it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you would have no idea
Wow.
that you're eating somewhat healthy.
I saw this meme recently that was like, it was a TikTok video, and it said like 3 glasses of wine is equivalent to like a whole loaf of bread. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'd rather drink the wine than eat the
Has
bread.
to be white wine. Can't be red.
I don't know. I don't know if it was.
White wine has a ton of sugar.
I don't know if it was sugar or carbs. Like I know.
Oh yeah.
I think it was carbs. Like
okay.
2 or 3 glasses.
Oh yeah,
of
I was
wine.
thinking like just bad for you, but I get what you're saying.
2 or 3 glasses of wine is like the carbs in an entire loaf
Wow.
of bread. I'm like, oh my God, I can't.
Jeez.
I know, right? I'm like, I don't need to see this
I'm
negativity.
It's interesting. I drink differently being in Pittsburgh versus San Diego.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a huge whiskey guy, but it's so hot here.
Yeah.
Like I just don't enjoy it as much. Like if I'm in AC, maybe I get it, but like I don't know. Like it's hard to drink whiskey. Like I drink whiskey rocks. Like it's hard to drink when it's 100 freaking degrees.
Yeah, it's been
So
so
I do
hot.
like high noons. I became a high noon
Oh,
fan.
yeah?
I'm a huge. I can
lot of
drink
people
those all
like
damn
those.
day. I mean after 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock.
Right. Not all day.
But yeah, I would say margaritas are great.
Yeah.
Because they're refreshing.
They are refreshing. And
Yeah.
I like them when they're not crazy sweet. Like I like
I
them
can't
more.
do sweet.
I like
I
them-
literally can't do sweet.
Right.
It gives me like I won't be. It's not about intoxication. It's about I'll get a headache. I'll feel like crap.
Yeah, I don't like them super sweet. I like them almost like bitey, like bitter. Like I like when there's like a pomegranate flavor or like a prickly pear flavor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You probably that's why you like the
The Picklesburg
pickle
one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. All right. Well, let's get back to your brand. Like, why don't you just tell people one more time before we wrap where they can go, their Instagram or your website or whatever you want.
Okay.
And then if there's anything else you want them to know, I mean, I'm a huge fan. The reason why this got started was because I wanted to highlight people like you.
Yeah.
Right? Like people who I'll call them entrepreneurs who have a passion. You're legitimately leaving your day job in December to go chase it in a very fun time of your life. You're engaged.
Thank
you
you.
have the whole world in front of you right now. So yeah, just go ahead and tell them where they can go to learn more or purchase some of these great things.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for having me. So Fourth and Oak Children's Boutique, our website, www.fourthandoak.co, all spelled out with the words. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Fourth and Oak Co. is the handle. My name is Mia. You can reach out through there. And definitely tune in for the holidays because Halloween, Christmas, those will be really, really big times. And we'll have a lot more of like an influx in inventory than normal.
Cool. So you don't have a brick and mortar, but what we could do is come right around that launch. Maybe we could do like a highlight where we could get some content of some of your items and just post that on our stories like we do highlights.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. And then also the printing company. We do printing for custom businesses, office spaces, salons, things like that.
Yeah, don't go online and just buy shirts for your
Yeah.
business somewhere else. Use someone local like Mia.
Aw, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
I appreciate you pivoting. Century 3 Malls just knocked that freaking thing down already.
Literally.
But awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's 4th and Oak. And this is Mia, and you were fantastic. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Awesome.
This is fun.
Awesome. And thank you for listening. This is the UnPack Pittsburgh podcast. Thanks.